From the Presidential Palace, Manila, Dateline Malacañang.
Today, this is Dateline Malacañang. In a heartwarming celebration for the upcoming Yuletide season, Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. on Monday led a ceremonial gift-giving for the residents of Marilac Hills and Haven for Women in Muntinlupa City. The Office of the President, or OP, handed over a total of 20 sacks of 50 kilograms of rice for Marilac Hills and 10 sacks of 50 kilograms of rice for Haven for Women, along with food packs, medicines, vitamins, bags of toiletries, and supplies for the babies. Residents of Marilac Hills and Haven for Women presented performances to welcome President Marcos Jr., who has been a frequent visitor to these centers prior to his presidency. Marilac Hills serves as a rehabilitation center for young women, currently assisting 148 individuals between the ages of 7 to 18. It caters to women who have been victims of abuse and exploitation or who are involved in legal conflicts and undergoing court procedures. Meanwhile, the Haven for Women, currently housing 97 residents, provides shelter and protective custody to women aged 18 to 59 who are victims of prostitution and illegal recruitment, as well as support for battered and abused women. Both centers are dedicated to assisting residents in reintegrating into society upon their release from care. They provide educational and livelihood training programs to help these women secure employment and build fulfilling lives. Let us listen to the speech of Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. during the event.
At kasi December 1 na, umpisa na talaga ng Christmas season, ay na namin, bigay kami ng premyo doon sa mga gumawa ng mga parol. Ang gandahan ng parol. Mayroon pa na maraming panalo, ang gaganda ng mga ginawa nila. Kaya talaga simulang-simula na, sabi ko, nung nanonood ako kagabi, sabi ko, Pasko na nga. At nag-on na tayo, sinindihan na natin yung Christmas tree. Ngayon, pagdating ko rito ngayong araw, talagang naramdaman ko na ang Pasko. At nakikita ko sa mukha ninyo, alam mo, lalong-lalo na, yung mga, pag pinapanood nyo, ito, tawa ng tawa ito Anong grupo ka? Ba't nung pagsayaw ng mga kasama mo, inaasar mo? Huwag mo namang ginagawa yun. Hirap na nga sumayaw yung tao. Kaya laging masaya dito. At I'm very happy that nakapunta uli ako. At naramdaman ko ulit ang ating Pasko. And kagaya ng lagi kong pagpunta dito, kailangan naman natin, huwag nating kakalimutan ng ating benefactor, ang Rotary na Bagong Bayan na lagi, lahat po ito dala nila. Lagi naman sila napaka-supportive dito. Every time na mapunta dito, nandito ko yun. Tiyakin na ang ating mga kasama dito kahit paano ay nakakaramdam ng Pasko. At yun ang aking sinabi, yun ang naging mensahe ko kagabi nung pinagsalita ako pagkatapos ng programa. Ay sabi ko, sana naman, kahit na tinamaan tayo ng ng bagyo, kahit na nasunugan ng mga iba't ibang lugar, kahit papano, iyakin natin tayong lahat, kami lahat, na lahat ng Pilipino, lalo na itong mga maliliit, itong mga bata, dapat ang mga bata kahit papaano makaramdam ng Pasko. Kahit sila ay naging biktima ng bagyo, kahit sila ay naiwan pa sa mga evacuation center, basta kami sa pamahalaan, titiyakin namin lahat ng Pilipino ay may Merry Christmas ngayong 2024. Kaya maraming salamat sa inyong performance dahil alam ko naman hindi biglang nangyari yan. Kahit na mali na yung music, sige pa rin ang sayaw ninyo. At alam ko naman na pinaghirapan ninyo at nag-practice kayo na mabuti, kitang-kita naman. Kagaya na sabi ko, gumagaling kayo ng gumagaling. At kayo, akala namin kami nandito para magdala ng konting regalo para matuwa kayo. Kami naman ang pinatuwa ninyo. At maraming salamat. At sa inyo lahat, simple lang. Alam niyo naman, sa kalendaryo ng Pilipino, ang pinakamahalaga ay ang Pasko. Dahil yan ay pagkakataon natin, medyo magpahinga ng konti at makasama ang ating mga kaibigan, mga mahal sa buhay. Kaya Merry Christmas sa inyo lahat. At Happy New Year. Pagdating ng New Year. Maraming salamat. Sa mga kanta at mga sayaw. At nailagay na naman ninyo sa puso namin lahat na nanonood sa inyo na nandito na nga ang Pasko. At kailangan na alalayan natin lahat ng ating mga kababayan at ating mga kapwa Pilipino. Merry Christmas! Happy New Year!
You just heard Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Dateline Malacañang.
After his engagement at the Marilac Hills and Haven for Women in Muntinlupa City, Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. on Monday led the gift-giving to residents of Parang Town in the city of Marikina, held at the Valeriano Fogoso Memorial School Elementary Gym, Manila Boys Town Complex. The Department of Public Works and Highways, or DPWH, is currently constructing a 4-story building at the Boys Town Complex, which will house abandoned youth and senior citizens. It is being constructed in a 720 square meter area, which will also house offices and 17 bed spaces with toilet, laundry, and kitchen areas. The first 2 floors will serve as an evacuation center for disaster-stricken families. The other spaces will double as shelter for street children and the elderly. Let us listen to the speech of Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. during the event.
Sabi namin, ito na nga, dahil Disyembre na, Pasko na. At sino ba ang dapat nating puntahan? Magregalo. Kami nandito para magdala ng kaunting regalo. Bukod sa regalo, meron pang itong mga ibang mga hiningi ng LGU para sa ating mga nandito, mga food pack. This is a health kit, right? Health kit. At saka meron pang para naman na hindi na inaalala. That is bigas din, lahat, kompleto. So, ayan po ay aming dinala. Ako'y nagpapasalamat sa inyong palabas. Meron pa lang, hindi namin alam, dapat malaman ng tao, meron palang K-pop dito sa Boys Town. May future itong mga batang ito. No? Kaya tuloy-tuloy ang aming tulong sa inyo, tuloy-tuloy ang aming pag-alala sa inyo. Panalangin na lahat ng Pilipino ay masasabi natin lahat, naramdaman natin yung Christmas spirit. Kaya sa harap ng mga dinaanan natin, may mga bagyo, may mga sunog, pero Pilipino tayo . sanay tayo sa ganyan. Kahit na natisod tayo ng konti, tatayo ulit at maglalakad ulit. At wala tayong magagawa. Matitigas ang ulo ng mga Pinoy. Kaya ang Pasko, siguro sa kalendaryo ng Pilipino, ito ang pinag-antay. At dahil itong chance natin na medyo magbigay sa ating sarili ng konting panahon para makasama ang ating mga kaibigan, ng ating pamilya, para naman ay makasama natin ang lahat na kasama-sama natin na mag-celebrate at para maramdaman natin na meron naman, mapag-isipan natin kung ano yung nakaraan na taon. Medyo maraming nangyari sa atin itong nakaraang taon. Paano ngayon ang gagawin natin sa susunod na taon na 2025? Halos hindi ako makapaniwala mag-2025 na. Pero ganyan talaga ang takbo ng panahon. Kaya nandito lang po kami. Asahan po ninyo. Huwag po kayong mag-isip na kung ano ang huwag niyo pong iisipin na hindi kayo namin inaalala. At kung ano man ang pangangailangan ninyo, nandiyan po ang ating mga local government officials, nandiyan po ang ating DSWD. At kami nandito lang naman po upang magserbisyo sa inyo. At yan lang naman ang aming trabaho, makapagserbisyo sa taong bayan. Siyempre, kasamang-kasama kayo dyan. Nawala na yung audience ko eh. Dapat yung regalo, dapat nang tapos na ako para makapag-ganon para na kilig. Di bale. Yan naman ang Pasko eh. Di ba makita yung mga batang nag-i-enjoy na ganyan. Kaya Merry Christmas po. Merry Christmas po sa inyo lahat. At yung inaakala namin, kami ang pagdadala ng tuwa dito sa inyo. Ay sabihin ko sa inyo, ang totoo kayo, yung mga ngiti ninyo, yan ang nagpapatuwa naman sa amin. At Merry Christmas po. Mabuhay po kayo lahat.
You just heard Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Dateline Malacañang.
Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. on Sunday said, "Every Filipino deserves to celebrate and feel Christmas after a tough year." At the traditional Christmas tree lighting ceremony of the Office of the President or OP at the Kalayaan Grounds in Malacañang, Manila, the President called on the public to hold a thought for all those who are still reeling from the effects of recent typhoons. In his speech, the Chief Executive said, "No matter how many typhoons they throw at us, no matter how many problems are thrown at us, there's nothing that will quench the Christmas spirit in the Filipino heart." During the program, President Marcos also conferred awards to the winners of the National Parol or Lantern Making Competition, dubbed Isang Bituin, Isang Mitiin, or in English, One Star, One Desire, by the OP, Office of the Social Secretary or SOSEC, and Department of Education or DepEd. Another event highlight was the performances by well-known artists in the country, including Jose Marichan and the Alice Reyes Dance Philippines. Let us listen to the speech of Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. during the event.
I think before anything else, can I thank so much the Alice Reyes Dance for that delightful performance that they just gave us. That I cannot think of a better way to usher in the Christmas season than what they have. Are you all standing up? You really should be sitting down. I cannot think. And Alice, again, I mean, you never fail to make us feel better and make us smile. Maraming salamat. Welcome, everyone, friends and family, back to the palace. It's actually a little bit hard to believe that it's Christmas time again, but it is. And of course, this is the most important part of every Filipino's calendar, where this is the time for us to be with our friends, with our family, to enjoy a little bit of quiet time, a little bit of relaxation, and to think of the year that came back, that has just passed, and start to think about the year that is coming. It is a joyful time for all Filipinos. But as we celebrate, all I'd like is to ask you to hold a thought for all those people who up to now are trying to recover from the effects of the 6 typhoons that we suffered in 23 days. Many of them are still in shelters. Many of them are still in need. All of these disasters, like I just came and saw some victims of fires. All of these people, let's just keep them in mind and do what Filipinos do. Let's help each other. And my Christmas wish is that despite everything, that no Filipino every Filipino should feel somehow Christmas. Because after all, no matter how many typhoons they throw at us, no matter how many problems are thrown at us, there's nothing that will quench the Christmas spirit in the Filipino heart. In every child, man, woman, Filipino, hindi mo na matatanggal sa Pilipinas yan. And rightly so. We all deserve Christmas. It's been a tough year. But never mind. We are Filipinos. We always stand up. And why not? After all, it is a time to celebrate, to be with our loved ones, to put the trials and tribulations that we have been through in the past year, put them to one side. We will come back to them, but put them to one side for just a little bit and enjoy the benefits of family, their affection, and all that comes with Christmas. So I wish you all a very, very Merry Christmas. I know everybody that's here, you all deserve it, certainly. The entire Philippines deserves it. Maligayang Pasko, Pilipinas.
You just heard Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Dateline Malacañang.
In other news, Malacañang opened its gates on Sunday morning to nearly 1,000 students from Luzon, greeting them with music and performances as the holiday season takes root across the country. The morning festivity at the Kalayaan grounds of the Presidential Palace in Manila was highlighted by the Puso ng Pasko, or in English, Heart of Christmas, an all-Filipino full-length Christmas ballet performance featuring music and performances by National Artist for Music, Ryan Cayabyab, and National Artist for Dance, Alice Reyes. Set to the evocative sounds of Cayabyab's composition, the dancers weaved stories of holiday cheer to remind the youth of the deeper values of Filipino culture, community, and the spirit of Christmas. From the joyful Simbang Gabi or Dawn Mass to the touching Noche Buena or Christmas Eve feast scenes, the performance captured the collective experience of a Filipino Christmas and encapsulated the essence of true friendship. Alongside the main event, food stalls lined the Kalayaan grounds, offering free snacks and treats to the attendees.
Dateline Malacañang.
The Philippine Coast Guard, or PCG, over the weekend confirmed the presence of 3 Chinese Maritime Scientific Research, or MSR vessels, near the country's exclusive economic zone, or EEZ. During the Saturday News Forum in Quezon City, Commodore J. Tariela, PCG spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, said they were able to monitor research vessels off the provinces of Cagayan and Davao Oriental, as well as Siargao Island. Tariela said the PCG had initially detected 3 MSR ships, namely the Xianyang Hong 3, Jiagang, and Xiangyang Hong 10, about 257 nautical miles northeast of Santa Ana, Cagayan Province, outside the Philippine EEZ on November 17th. The Jiagang was spotted once within the nation's 200 nautical mile EEZ near Davao Oriental on November 14th, while the Xiangyang Hong 10 was seen east of Siargao Island within the EEZ on November 20th. As of Saturday morning, all three ships were spotted near the border of the Philippine EEZ, or 211 nautical miles off Siargao Island. Meanwhile, Surigao del Norte Representative Robert Ace Barbers again denounced the intrusion of China inside Philippine territory. Barbers asserted that this is one of the reasons why he requested to the national government to consider placing an Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement, or EDCA, naval site in their province. The lawmaker added that Surigao has an advantage as it is facing the Pacific Ocean, and there's also a way towards the West Philippine Sea. Barbers added that even if the Department of National Defense, or DND, is considering placing an EDCA site in Casiguran in Aurora Province, this is not enough to guard the country's eastern seaboard.
Dateline Malacañang.
And finally, Philippine President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. over the weekend led the distribution of food, cash assistance, and guaranteed medical services to about 2,100 families displaced by a recent fire in Tondo, City of Manila. At a ceremonial event held at the Rosauro Almario Elementary School, the President emphasized the need to prioritize the health of the fire victims currently staying at the Delpan Evacuation Center. The Chief Executive vowed to continue delivering food packs and other assistance until the fire victims can rebuild their homes. President Marcos Jr. also assured them of the national and local government's commitment to providing new houses before Christmas. The President said he had instructed Manila Mayor Hani Lacuna to deliver timely aid and support for fire-affected families. Under the Department of Social Welfare and Development, or DSWD's assistance to individuals in crisis situation, or IEX program, each fire-affected family received 10,000 pesos in cash assistance and family food packs to cover their immediate needs. The Office of the President, on the other hand, distributed 2,100 blankets and sleeping mats to the displaced families. About 2,100 families were displaced by the massive fire that hit Isla Puting Bato in Tondo and Sampaloc District on November 24th.
Dateline Malacañang.
Before we conclude our program, Radyo Pilipinas World Service of the Presidential Broadcast Service is heard over the following shortwave frequencies: 9.475 MHz, 15.640 MHz, and 17.820 MHz. You can also visit our Facebook page and YouTube channel at Radyo Pilipinas World Service. You will be able to hear and view our Filipino and English programs, including news updates here in the Philippines. Kindly subscribe, like, and share our posts as well. And that concludes this edition of Dateline Malacañang. For Radyo Pilipinas World Service, this is Leo Magpayo. Good day and stay safe.
From the Presidential Palace, Manila, Dateline Malacañang.